Hi everyone, we're gonna start in about 5 minutes, but I wanted to leave up the supply list for you. It is Fairy Tale Week here at WonderSpark. See you soon. Wrong way. Hi everyone. Hold on, let me move some stuff around. It is 4 o'clock, which means it is time to do our DIY puppet craft today with WonderSpark puppets. I'm gonna just move this over as well and scooch out my chair. And here we go. Hello everyone. There we are. Hello! My name is Julia, and I'm WonderSpark Puppets, and I am here today to show you how to make, let's see, what are we making? We're making a Rapunzel tower for Fairy Tale Week, because it's Fairy Tale Week here at WonderSpark. We're trying to do a theme every week, and this week, super fun. We have lots of fun puppets for you, and we also have a fun fairy tale puppet show at 11 a.m. on Friday, so make sure you tune in for that. Alrighty, let's get started. Okay, so we don't need too many things today for our project. The main thing we need is a paper towel roll. If you don't have a paper towel roll, you can use toilet paper rolls, you can tape those together. Or if you have some stronger paper like cardstock, you could probably roll those into like a tube shape, but you want some sort of tube shape for our tower today. We're also going to need construction paper, lots of construction paper. If you have a bunch of scraps today, we'll be using some of those, so get out your scrap box. We're gonna be using some yarn for her beautiful golden hair. We're gonna want a straw, because that's gonna make our pop-up puppet work. And we're gonna want some glue. I have white glue and a glue stick with me today. I'll probably use the glue stick more, but it's nice to have them both on hand, you know? And then some tape. We might need some tape today. I have actually two kinds, but this I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna use it for a little more than just tape. So we have our tape on hand. And then I forgot to put this in the pinned comment. Oh, markers. As I'm holding them in my hand, we need these too. And then the last thing we need that, again, I forgot to put in the pinned comment, but we need some scissors to cut all of our fun things out. Alrighty, so first step, we're gonna take our paper towel roll and we're gonna be covering it with construction paper. Now we've done this for like quite a few craft projects now. So I'm gonna do it the exact same way that we've all been doing, which I'll go over right now. But it's a process that you should know, you should be pretty familiar with. So I'm lucky. I'm gonna try to bend this down a little. Let's see. You see? Yeah, you can see it a little better. So we're just going to take our paper towel roll and let's see. And we're gonna line it up on our construction paper, just like that. And I'm gonna take a pen and I'm gonna mark on the paper where that paper towel roll ends. So see right there, it comes to there, so I made a mark right there. And then we're gonna roll it to see how much we're gonna need to cover the whole thing. So see, I rolled it up in the construction paper, and I'm gonna make a little mark on both ends where the toilet paper roll or the paper towel roll ends. So I have a little mark right there. I'm gonna do it on the other side. So now I have a little mark right there. And now I have kind of a nice rectangle that you can draw lines to help for your cutting, but I have a nice rectangle drawn out. So just bring you back up to me. So now I'm just gonna cut that rectangle out that I just drew and traced onto my piece of paper. Alrighty. If you don't want to cover your tower in construction paper, you don't have to. You can color it if that's easier, or if you like the nice brown, you can keep that too. But covering it in construction paper kind of just is a fast, quick way to get a lot of color on a big space all at once. Alrighty, so I'm gonna set that aside. I might need some scraps later on. And then I'm just going to put glue all over the inside of that paper, and then we'll roll it up so it covers our thing. So I'm gonna use a glue stick to cover that whole thing. But you can use your white glue if you want, or you can also just tape it on. But sometimes with the glue, you'll have a nice strong base for it. So we're just gonna cover that in glue. There we go. So I got this all nice and gluey. And then I'm just gonna line it up on my paper towel roll. And I'm gonna cover the whole roll. And you want to kind of press it down as you're rolling it up so it's nice and sturdy. And you might have to hold it on there for a little while. Let's see, Jenny likes to count to 10. Let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. It's stuck on there, and you see how the end kind of sticks up a little bit? Yeah, it's coming off a little bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and put some tape all down the side of it to just hold it in place. Because sometimes glue takes a little bit to dry, and we wanna get on with our project. So I'm just gonna tape down the one side, and we'll just make sure that the tape side is the back, so you won't even see it. So it doesn't even matter if it looks a little messy while we tape it up. Perfect, perfect. So there we go. So now our paper towel roll is a nice tower color. And you can pick any color you want. I had this nice light blue, but your tower can be any color you want, like I said earlier. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and see how it sticks up a little from the tube. I'm gonna go ahead and trim that. There we go. So it's nice and flat on the one side. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the other side. Just so it's all trimmed. All right, perfect. We have a nice tower. So now, next step, let's see. On my example, I have a nice roof on my tower. So I'll show you how I added that in. You can put your tower off to the side. And if you have, this is a good time to dig into that scrap bin for a nice big piece of scrap. What we're basically going to do is we're going to be drawing a circle. So I think I'm going to use this purple that I have here to match the one, my example one. But, so we're just going to draw a circle. And if you have something around your house that you can trace a circle with, sometimes that's a lot easier than just trying to freehand a circle, which is why I have this roll of thick, big tape, because it is the perfect circle for my roof. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trace that all around that circle part. So there we go. So now I have a big circle. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that out. Just cut along that line I made. And again, you can make your roof any color you want. The purple and the blue kind of look nice together. That's why I went with that one. But any way you want to make your roof, any color, is perfect. So now we have a nice circle, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna lightly fold it in half. I don't want like a big thick crease, but I just kind of want a reference crease so I know where the middle is. There we go. So it's kind of a, so I can press it out if I want, but now I have like a reference crease. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a dot that's so I know right where the middle is. Burp. Right there. And then I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut up to the middle, not the whole thing across, just up to the middle with that line, that crease line I made. Boop. So it'll look something like this. And then you can take it and fold it, and now it's a roof shape to go onto our tower. Pretty neat, huh? All right, so to secure this, you can either tape it or you can glue it. I'm gonna put a little glue on it, and then if it's not holding, I'll put the tape down like I did before. So I put some glue just on this part, and then I'm gonna fold it back, boop, and then hold it down, and we have our roof. And you can decorate the roof if you want. I'm not going to right now for the sake of time, but you can, if you have your markers, you can go ahead and decorate your roof piece. So there we go. I have a whole roof that can go boop right on top of my tower. Now, how did I attach the two? I did something very simple. I took some tape and I just stuck it on top of the paper towel roll so that there was some sticking up, and I did 4 of those. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, this one might even need 3, but you just put some tape around there, and then I made sure I lined up my fold line with the back part because I wanted both of those lines to go away. And then I just smushed it down And there we go. So it stayed on top. And it's taped on. Okay, so we have our tower, we have our roof. What is the next thing we need? Oh, a window. A window for Rapunzel, boop, to poke out of. Alrighty, so you're gonna look at your tower and you're gonna figure out where you want your window to be. A nice reference that I said, because you know how our straw is gonna be the rod for the puppet? I kind of held up my straw to see kind of how tall it can be. So like if this is the bottom, because you want a little to stick out from the bottom so you have a handle for your puppet. So I'm gonna make my window right about here so that it's not completely, so it still can stick out a little bit, but you have a lot of room. All right, so I have my reference line. So now I'm just gonna draw a window shape. For my example, I kind of did a straight line and then I did like a horseshoe shape or a long C shape. So we're gonna go ahead. So I drew my line there and then a horseshoe shape. There we go, just like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out. So I poked it with the pen to give myself a little bit of a reference. And then I'm gonna cut that out. It's a little hard with the construction, or with the paper towel roll and it being like a weird shape. So if you need some adults' help, feel free to ask them. Cut along the bottom and cut along the side. And there we go. Now we have a little window for Rapunzel to peek out of. I'm just gonna trim it up a little bit so it's not so wonky. But there we go. That's a good shape. And see, when we put our straw up through it, oh, you can see it poke out just a little bit. All right, so we have our tower. Now let's see, what do we need? The most important part, we need Rapunzel to poke out of that tower. So I'm gonna set my tower off to the side and we're gonna focus on Rapunzel here. So her most important feature that we, that I think everyone knows that Rapunzel has is her nice, beautiful golden hair, right? Yeah. So I just happen to have some golden yarn here, but if you don't have this exact color, that's okay. If you have white, you can make it with white and you can paint it later. Or if you don't have yarn and you just have a different type of string, that would work too. The same thing, you can like maybe decorate it or paint it or something later, but I'm gonna use my golden string here. And basically, we're just going to braid. So I know Z has showed you how to braid with other craft projects. And maybe you've been braiding bracelets or things like that before. We're gonna use that same technique. But to measure the yarn, I'm gonna show you what I did. I started up at the window because that's where I know that I want Rapunzel to be. And then I measured down to like about there so that it's, you see that, so that it's a little longer than the tower because we want to make sure she has a nice long braid. So then I just cut that little bit off, boop, and then I use that one as a reference to cut the rest. Boop. And because this string that I'm using is a little thin, I'm gonna double it up. So basically that means I'm gonna act like 2 strings are 1 string. But if you have nice thick yarn, you won't have to do that. But I'm just gonna do it for mine. Boop. So if I'm doubling 3, what's that? What's 3 times 2? How many strings will I need? Is it 6? If you said 6, you're right. I will need 6 yarn strands. So let's see what I have. Oh, I have 5. I need 1 more. Alrighty, and 1 more. We'll make it 6. Alrighty, so I have my yarn, and now I'm going to need to braid it. So to do that, I'm going to tie off one end of these all together. So I'll show you how I do it. I take the yarn and I loop it around my finger. So see, it's around my finger. And then I pull, so I have that circle right like that. And then I pull those strings through. So see, all the little strings are through that circle, and then I go boop, and I pull it straight. And now I have a nice knot, and that won't pull out. So quick braiding tutorial. I'm gonna bend us down again to my table. Let's see if we're gonna stay. Oh, we will. Alrighty, so you might wanna put a little tape down to kind of anchor it so it doesn't slip away. But like I said, I'm gonna double it up, all these ones. So we have our 3 strands. Get out of here, other yarn, you're confusing us. All right, so we have our 3 strands, and for braiding, it's like Z said, it's just gonna be like a fight to who's gonna be in the middle. So right now, this guy's in the middle, and this guy on this side is gonna go, no, I wanna be in the middle. And then the left side's gonna go, no, I wanna be in the middle. And then the right side, no, me. The left side, no, me. No, me. No, me. All the way down. And we have a nice braid like that. So they're all just fighting like, no, I want to be in the middle. No, me. No, me. No, me. No, me. I borrowed this from Z. It's a very good way to teach braiding. No, me. No, me. All the way down. So it's a nice, beautiful braid. Perfect. And when you get toward the bottom, if you decide that you want to stop there, I'm going to go pretty much all the way to the bottom. And then you can untape it. And we can tie off the ends just like we did the top. So I'm just going to go around my finger, pull all of those little strings through. Boop, 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 boop. I think I got them all. And then boop. Now we have a nice knot and a nice braid for Rapunzel's hair. Alrighty, I'm back. Great, so now we have our Rapunzel braid, and now we can make the rest of her body. So I just did that out of construction paper, some scraps I had lying around. So like I have some red here, and I think I'm gonna make another shape that we kind of made like for the window. So I'm just gonna make like a horseshoe shape. Ooh! Does everyone hear that fire truck going by? Welcome to New York City, folks. Fire trucks all the time. All right, so the one thing you want to remember though when you are making your Rapunzel is that you want to make sure that whatever you're making for the body is not too big for the window, meaning like you don't want to make something that's wider than the window. So see, I'm going to use that as her little body, and that's good because it's a little shorter or a little smaller, because if it's too big then she won't fit in your window. So I made a little body part, and now I'm going to take some pink that I have and just cut out a head. Oh my goodness. Something's going on near me. That's a lot of fire trucks. Huh. All right, so I have a head and a body, and I'm just gonna go ahead and glue those together with my glue stick. Boop. Just like that. So she has a nice big head. And then I can give her a little face. So if you have your markers, you can just draw a little face. Just draw some eyes. If you have googly eyes, you could put some googly eyes on her. She's gonna have a big smile. Perfect. And there we go. I have my little Rapunzel. And now she needs her beautiful hair. So to do that, I just took my braid and I just taped it onto my paper. So very simple. If you have glue, you can try to glue it too, but tape was just like a quick solution that I found. So you can kind of do her hair up a little. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and tape it on to the back. There we go, just like that. See, I just taped it on and now she has a few strands in the front and her long braid off to the side. All right, well now that we have Rapunzel, we need to attach her to her rod so she can be in the tower. So I just taped that on too. I just took my straw and I taped it right to the back. So the part you're not gonna see. Very simple. You can try gluing it too, but the tape, I think you can flatten it out easier. There we go. So we have some tape and we have our Rapunzel. And now we can put her inside the tower. So she can just whoop, slip up the side. Oh no, and there she is. Now, I also did something with my example that I'm going to show you guys that is going to kind of keep your straw so you don't lose her. So I'm going to attach the straw to the inside of the paper towel roll. So to do that, I'm just going to take another piece of scrap and I'm just going to cut a nice little strip. Perfect. And then I'm going to take that strip and I'm going to put it around my straw. But first, I have to make sure her braid doesn't get stuck. So you want to make sure you pull her braid out so it's on the outside of the tower so it doesn't get stuck down on the inside. And then I'm going to take my scrap piece of paper that I have and I'm just going to glue it so that it makes a pocket around the straw. So I'm going to glue, it's hard to see, but I'm going to glue the one side and the other side. So just the edges, not the inside, basically. And that way, when you do that, it means she won't like accidentally fall out of her tower while you're using her. You can also tape it. Maybe I'll tape this one just for the sake of time. But gluing it's going to keep it a little more sturdy. So let's see. There we go. There's one side. So I'm just taping the very edges, not the whole thing, because you don't want to flatten it down because you want a little bit of pocket. There we go. See, like I did there? You just want a little bit of pocket. It's kind of hard in this light. But that way, when she falls down in her tower, she won't pull all the way out. So there we go. That is Rapunzel. Face the audience. There we go. So there is our peekaboo Rapunzel. Oh, oh, hello. Oh, where is my prince? Oh, I'm waiting for my prince to come. I just rewatched the movie Tangled the other day. I forgot how fun of a Disney movie that is. But that's based on the story of Rapunzel stuck in her tower. And there you go. So like you saw my example, you can now decorate your tower. I took some construction paper and I cut it up and made little bricks. So you can do that. If you have markers, you can just draw some bricks on. You can draw some vines. See, I drew some vines on it. Anything you want to decorate your tower and make it your own individual Rapunzel tower. Awesome. So that's it, you guys. So simple, so fun for Fairy Tale Week. Rapunzel is such a great story, and I know we're going to have a bunch of other awesome fairy tale crafts for you coming up down the pike, down the week. So make sure you're tuning in at 4 p.m. Monday through Fridays. You found us today, so it means you'll find us again tomorrow. And then on Saturday and Sundays, we're at 10 a.m., and we're doing these 7 days a week, so you have plenty to tune into. We also, if you go into our Facebook playlists, we have archived every craft project we have done so far. I think we're in week, I don't even know what week we're in, 10, 11? I don't know. But that's a lot of craft projects. If we've been doing them every day, I think we have over 70 craft projects you can see now, with lots of other fun themed weeks. So check those out. And again, on Friday at 11 a.m., we have a live puppet show. If you come right back here at 11 a.m. on Facebook, you can see a live performance. This week we have the Three Little Pigs to go along with our fairy tale week. So make sure you check that out. And also check out our website if you haven't, wondersparkpuppets.com. I know Chad is probably putting that in the comments right now, the link to it, so you can check it out. We have tons of stuff, merch, you can buy puppet telegrams, you can enter our raffle, you can hire us to do a show at your home just for you and your friends. We're doing birthday parties now, so you can have a super special birthday party where we'll come and we'll do a show online virtually, and we can even teach you work and craft projects just for you, so make sure you check that out. And as always, please make sure that if you like this content, if you have friends or family that you think are going to like this content, make sure you are liking, subscribing, and sharing. Just that little thing, hitting that little like button right now, it does wonders for a Facebook algorithm. So make sure you are doing that. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye!